Hi, Sandia. I'm going to do your 15-minute reading now. You have some really good questions for me, so we'll see what we can tackle in the 15 minutes, okay? So I'm going to read your questions so we all know what you're wanting to explore. So let's start with number 1. What spiritual gifts, if any, are the strongest in this lifetime? What is my truest life purpose in this lifetime? I've gotten signs of writing and or teaching. Let's see. I have received signs of a future romantic soulmate energy. Can you confirm, expand on this? What can I do to heal my negative core imprints of powerlessness and helplessness? What can I do to activate my light language downloads infusions? What other downloads or infusions can I activate? Any wisdom that my higher self would like to share? Any past lives that new healing come to the surface? Okay. All right. So we'll just see. We're just going to relax here and we'll just see what my spirit guides have to say, okay? I'm just reacclimating here to everything. All right. So I'm just going to relax and then we'll see what comes, okay? I'm just going to tell you this picture that I see. This first picture, there's actually a white bird and is sort of landing on the side of a brick building, and it has a Woody Woodpecker style, like pecking into the side of a brick building. So none of this is quite right. A white dove style bird with a sort of woodpecker style beak tapping into a brick building. It's still trying. It is still trying to create a home here on the side of a brick building. It's very insistent. It's even getting aggravated because it's having a hard time accomplishing this. Obviously, a woodpecker needs to peck into wood, right? Not into brick. And so it's still trying to peck into the brick to make a home, but it's not meant to have a home here. So I'm just watching it. It's crying to me. It's really sad right now. So I put the bird on my finger. I'm up quite high, in fact. I'm sort of here. It could be like a 20-story building or something made out of brick. And the brick's really pretty, in fact. It's really pretty red, and there's the cement's really obvious. So I don't know about this maroon, and the cement colors are really pretty. So it's on my finger right now, and I'm looking at it. We're having a conversation. We're interacting, and I'm sort of levitating in the sky here with the bird. That is you. You're sharing your frustrations with me. This is a download of information that's taking place. Obviously, you're not talking to me in a language. You're just sharing your feelings. Feelings are energies, right? Feelings don't have a language. They're just feelings. Like love is a feeling too. And it speaks louder than words. And I can hear and understand quite well your frustrations. You're still insistent on this is the right place. I'm inspired to show you other options. I'm hoping there's some odd energy cord you have. It's sort of like the only way I can describe it. This storyline has a relationship with what you're experiencing in life. And when I try to take you away as this bird, there's an odd sort of invisible cord of energy, and your record or comprehension or psychology or consciousness really feels right about this goal. But it's not the right balance. You're going to have a hard time being successful here. And so I'm trying to help you see other options. This is really going to create a good response for your body somewhere in there. I give me a minute here to see what I can do to help move you to a forest. And let's see what happens. Let's see if you are open-minded to this. Okay. As I try to move you to the forest, there's loud cars over here. You're sitting on a branch. We're sort of looking at life together. And we're sitting up high in what is like a forest, but it's right by a very busy road, right by even on the other side of the street from this apartment building or beauty. I mean, the brick's really beautiful, and where you were trying to get into this before. And so if we live here, you is what you're saying, then now I hear all of these cars. I couldn't hear them from that where we were at the building. I can hear them very clearly here from the trees. You seem to notice there's issues. You didn't notice that this was a problem when the brick really should have been the issue before. This now we're in the right place for you, but now we have a new issue that you are focusing on is making this not the right place for you. I'm having an interaction with my spirit guides to see if I can manifest wisdom to help me understand what this means to you or how this relates to who and what you are and what your goals are. They're just telling me that this is what you will relate to this. So I'm going to just go with the pictures, okay? I am doing some work here, and it's energy work. To help you, I'm trying to wash your need to focus on the problems or to have the right perspective of the right place for you, or there's something, everything that's going on here is not quite balanced, you know? You can't have a dove that's a woodpecker that's pecking on the side of a brick building. You can't try to move this bird to a setting that is more appropriate, and now all the bird cares about is the noisy cars. But this bird really does have goals, really has dreams here, but hasn't quite come to the right balance or setting to experience the right version of what it's looking for. But it itself is quite unique and different in the way that it expresses itself. It isn't a woodpecker, it isn't a white dove, it is both, right? It's something different. So its needs are different too. But there's something about creating there's something imbalanced about all of this though still. I'm working with you. I'm energetically interacting with you as this bird reflection. And I'm doing energy work on you right now because that's what is inspired right now. They're talking about this related to activation of light language, activate sort of downloads or infusions, heal negative core imprints, powerlessness and helplessness. That's what they're talking about. This would explain a lot then. This has a lot to do with this is really good reading for you right now. Let's see what they share next with us, okay? Okay, so you are now attempting to peck into the wood that is on this branch. And you're pecking downward, not attached to the side pecking in, but you're standing and then pecking downward. And you just keep pecking, and now the branch is about to break and it's about to fall off. And it's like, no, don't peck down into the branch. You're like an axe is cutting the branch off, and now we're going to fall. It's interesting because you don't seem to have an awareness of the action is not the correct one. We're getting there, though, with you. Small steps. You're flying. You're inspired to go somewhere new. You're inspired to show me something new. You're flying somewhere. We're deeper in the woods. It's darker here. And you're at the top of a tree. This tree has leaves on it, but it doesn't, I can see you in the tree. So it's not thick with leaves, but there's leaves, and it's a big tree too. So I'm just watching you, and it's dark in here. It's a dark sky. You're singing at the top of the tree in the darkness. it's strange because birds don't sing at midnight. They sing in the early morning, maybe before the sun comes up or right at the crack of dawn, but you don't hear them singing at midnight, at this hour. And so you're a white bird singing at the top of a dark tree in a dark world, singing. You're calling for somebody to come to you. There's something here, and it's kind of like where the wild things go kind of style creature in the woods here. Where the wild things are, whatever is sort of reminds me of that. And he's very heavy. He's almost as tall as a tree. He's got kind of teeth that kind of come like this. I can hear him pounding one foot and the other foot, and things rumble a little bit when he walks. And so I'm just waiting for him to come through the tree so I can see him clearly. He hears your call. He puts his finger out to you, and you come and sit on his finger. You're speaking to him and singing to him. He's very pleased by your songs, by the way you bring light to his dark world. But I don't get an impression that he feels that it is dark to him. It is just right, or it is cozy to him. But you are definitely different than he is, much different than he is. You're a little white dove with this beautiful song that you sing from your heart, and it's truly loving. It's beautiful. It's totally a call of love. And his heart really wants to be warmed or nurtured by your song. And he is warmed, and he adores you. You are not of his kind or of his world. You're different than he is, and he loves you. He enjoys this. He's sitting down, watching you and listening. He's quiet. He is crying. He is speaking, and it isn't a language. He is bellowing some noise, and I don't know why I don't understand his tears or emotional. Something about what you're speaking to him through your song and your heart and your love is really affecting him emotionally. He wants to release some parts of his energy that are hurtful. So he's able to do that through the power of your love. He's letting go of some old parts of himself. I'm watching him through energy eyes, releasing things like I see other people release. It's releasing old energies out of his mouth through the expression of sounds, and then through tears too, energy. Releasing old energies, and it's very moving and very healing for him. His heart, his soul, his memories, his experience, his identity. You heal his identity. You heal his dreams. You give him new dreams. You show him something that is much different than he's ever seen. You try to kiss him on the cheek, but you have a beak, and it doesn't work quite like lips do. Let's see what happens here. There is still exploration of trying to be a balanced affectionately. And love is definitely creating the ability to share love back and forth. But the bodies are two different expressions. So you have a bird trying to kiss with a beak, his cheek. He seems to be okay with that. He's smiling. He loves it. It tickles. It doesn't hurt. You're somehow you're like licking from your beak. It's really cute. It's kind of like you see those colorful birds at the store, and they have those silly tongues, and they're like blue, and you just want to like pull it out, but you can't. You're not supposed to touch the animal, but you just want to know what it's like. It's kind of what it's like. It's really cute. He's singing songs. He's laughing. he's singing songs. As he sings songs, he gets smaller, and he's not so much of a monster anymore. He's starting to turn into a real man. And you're starting to turn into a real woman. You're starting to see who and what you both truly are through each other's companionship. Now you are not a bird. It's sort of like in an odd way, you sort of turn into a white swan that turns into a woman, a beautiful woman in a white dress. And then he is sort of getting smaller. He kind of has a rougher style about him. He's a little grizzly. He's got red hair, but it's something dry about it. There's something cartoony about it. I'm just watching him transform. Everything is right, though. Everything is perfect. What is sort of an elegant or there's about the way you transformed is sort of. You sort of have like a mystical identity or magical sort of swan female energy. I don't know. There's something very feminine and very natural and sort of like the lake spirit, female, beautiful. I don't know how you describe it. It's like if any man were out hanging out by the lake doing man things and then suddenly the swan turned into a beautiful woman, it'd be like, whoa. And then she's starting to approach you as you're like peeing and you don't mean to be because you thought you were alone because you're a guy. And then she's like approaching you in this loving way and you're like, holy crap, I don't know what to do. There's something like that about you. And he's just sort of like kind of rougher, but he's really masculine, but he's very loving as well. He's very able to open up his body and his emotions and who and what he is from deep down in order to have the right balance and bond. You guys really have a good communicative style with each other. You're both different, but you both blend really well together. His style, your style is much different than his style, but they're perfect meld. I'm trying to think of two foods that just seem so random. Like, why would those even be good together? And yet they're the perfect match, and it's just right, you know? So, all right. Okay, Sandia, that's all that I have to share for you. So, I hope you found this wisdom helpful. I found it very interesting, so I'll be curious to see what you think. And thank you for your willingness to share this reading openly with others. And if you're out there in the audience and would like to get a reading with me, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.